One. Welcome back, everybody, to Shenanigans, the greatest show on the face of the planet.
I did not kill the main character, please. I said
You guys are.
Bastian's the monster.
All right, Zed, that's enough. You guys make your way back to T-Rex's place.
T-Rex.
Yeah. It gives you a good look over and goes, "So, you stopped the operation?"
It's done.
They won't be. They won't. Don't worry. We worked out an agreement with them. They won't be hitting you anymore.
Good. Well,
An agreement.
how about I send our mutual friend over to find you guys when the distilling is done, and he'll deliver into your hands this here final version.
All right.
All right, where can he find you?
Shenanigans.
Of course. Excellent. Should have known.
Dude, don't you make deals with Desmond?
Totally. Not so much anymore, though. He, well, we had a falling out a while ago.
Yeah, you quit drinking. All right.
Well, good for you that the market is all yours now, huh? Well,
Yeah.
you probably have to get all the stuff from you.
Well, there's others, but it'll be fine. Though those ones were the pains in the butt. They had frequently tried to shut down my operations. This last attempt was too far, trying to burn down my shop while I stood right next to it. Too far.
What had they done before?
They had shoved potatoes into the ventilation system to back it up, to blow out the whole operation.
Oh, those monsters.
Terrible creatures.
Yeah.
They once took an axe to my piping.
Awful.
It would
Yeah,
be a
what
shame
sort of-
if they something happened to them. Mm-hmm.
Real shame. Total
Yeah.
shame, yeah. Well, I'll be sending you your bottle, and we'll see you another time.
Yes.
Gives you a wave
Sure.
and allows you guys to head out.
All right.
Remember,
Back to
we know
town.
where you're at.
I certainly hope you come back.
Better for good
I
reasons.
find those purple potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Neil, on the way out, I will maybe look around a bit and maybe I find some other plants than milkweed.
Oh, let's see what you find on the way back.
Is that
Oh, there's nothing on the way back.
Not
These things
hemlock.
aren't just lying around. No.
Oh.
26. Do I find the obsidian?
You don't find any obsidian, no.
Now you're obsessed with that obsidian. You're like that gnome, that random gnome that just wanders around.
Okay.
Hey, Droop, is that it? Is that it?
You know, you should.
that one's
you
it.
You should just go solo from now on in the woods. See
I
what-
pick up the plant he's pointing up and giving to him, mention him to eat it.
Oh, cool. I found it for you. There you go. See? I know plants. Then I just like, is that it? And I'm like not even looking where I'm pointing. Just like not even. Gets to the point where I just like point at a rock.
Behind his back, I just dropped the plant.
Yep, that's it right there. Yep.
And we move on.
Yep,
Okay.
then we move on.
You guys make it back to Shenanigans intact, or to Berkshire intact, without any problems whatsoever.
I stopped by the cog wrench hammer bench
All
and
right.
see how the lamp thing is doing.
He is so excited to see you. Ah!
Oh, dear.
Welcome back! I've forgotten your name. Would you tell me again?
Zen.
I'm really bad at playing this game. Zen?
Then
Like the name Ben. See, I can rhyme too.
Very good, very good. You should... No, never mind.
Oh, you,
So, your invention is all ready for a test. I just need a stone of yours to make this thing work the best.
I already handed him one.
You did
I
you?
already gave him one.
Yeah.
Well, I seem to be a little forgetful. I can't remember where I placed it.
Did you place it in the lantern?
No, but I'll find it tonight. That I most definitely might.
Yeah, probably will.
In the meantime, another rock, please.
Yo, what's up?
I hand him one.
Ah, thank you. And I see that you know how to bend from the knees. And he inserts the rock into the lantern. He, opens it up and... Yeah.
Neal, I don't fit.
You don't... He takes the pebble and puts it in the lantern. The lantern is small. It's about the size of this glass. And you'll notice the inside is lined with obsidian all the way around to kind of help be a focusing mirror thing to get the light coming out the right direction. And then it's also coated with thick bits of tar and pitch along the inside all over to make sure it's light proof. And then he's got the little thing that comes down, and that's got this like soft velvety thing that's attached to the sides. And then there's like a little hook that, or it's not a hook, it's like a little rope that you tie around and pull tight, and that will like keep the thing shut. And so he's like, well, see, you put the rock in here and you shut the front door, and then when it's dark out, the light can't be seen anymore. Come, I have a basement. We can check it out. I don't know if the big one will fit with such a large snout. We can give it a shot. Why not?
Good thing I do a lot of squats.
He leads you into his basement with the light stone, light pebble in the thing. Shuts the trap door, and it's really dark in here, and you can't see any light coming out of his little device. And then he
sitting down or something.
unties it and opens it up, and it shines continual light out in a single direction. And he goes, aha! See how it works?
Wait, cover it up really quick.
He covers it up.
I pull out my hooded continual light lantern, and then I do the same thing.
It's not a continual light lantern.
Yes, it is. I remember you gave it to me on the first day.
I gave you a normal lantern because I started
Give me a
being
normal
able...
lantern, and then we put a continual light stone in it.
When you pull your
I
lantern
just cast
out,
continual light on your rock.
No, trust me. I remember this. You gave me a lantern. It's on my freaking thing. It's been there since like.
Yeah, I gave you a lantern because I started being able to make continual light stones. I didn't need the lantern anymore.
We definitely put a rock in it.
Your rock, your smashing rock is continual light.
your
No, like a
dunking rock
little
is in...
pebble, like a little pebble.
No.
Don't
No,
make
I
me
never
go
gave
to the
you one.
VODs because I don't have time for that tonight.
You feel free. I never
We
gave you
know
a pebble
that
to
your
put inside
smashing
of it.
rock is continual lighted.
Yeah.
That was on the second episode.
anyway,
guys.
when you bring out your lantern, it does leak light out the sides a little bit. It's not a perfect hooded lantern. Not as perfect as this gnome has made it. There's kind of like a light glow coming out of it. The gnome says, well, isn't that nice?
Dude, yours is obviously better. I mean, yours don't leak.
It's twice as nice.
So,
Or nice as twice.
how easily can more of these be made?
The real problem is finding all the rock. That's the trick that we need to learn how to unlock. But once a supply of obsidian can be found, these lanterns can be made for everyone around. I think the price, when made in mass, can be gotten down to 8 gold with an easy pass.
Buy them from him for 8 gold. Sell them to the shopkeeper.
For 50.
All right.
Excuse me.
I mean, it's a lantern you will never have use oil for.
Yeah.
We're gonna destroy the oil market, kids. At least the lantern market.
A lot of jobs that are going to be lost when there's not such a demand for oil. Have you considered the moral angle of this new...
Yeah. We go
Well,
persuade
we're making
the-
Toil?
new jobs here. We're making new jobs because people have to find obsidian now, right? To
You're
create
making
these.
a few jobs, less than you're taking away. But that's how development works. You know, it's not
And
all
hey, just
about
think of how
play to
much-
pay.
Think of how much money you'll make for making
Oh,
these.
we'll make quite a bundle.
Yeah, so there's no problem.
All right.
The moral angle is still a bit of a tumble.
Well, I mean,
There's
if
people's
this was a
livelihoods at stake, you see.
well, it's also your livelihood at stake because think
Ah.
about it. If people didn't hear the great name of the Cog Ranch Hammerbench Lanterns, then
You needn't worry about me. I've made quite a bundle for myself, setting up distilleries all across this silly land with no elf.
oh, see how
Alright.
it goes.
So,
You also made that amazing knife. That was pretty dope.
Oh, the instant bread toaster.
Yeah, it was good.
still we got more eels, so it's just kind of. I
It's
share
like
it
an
with
empty coaster.
them.
Hmm.
Yeah. All right. So, how much does this thing weigh?
A pound.
All right.
So it's like a flashlight, basically.
Yeah, ish. Yeah.
We are
Alright.
we're researching new technology here in Berkshire.
New
Come now, folks, and see what wonders the Wizarding School of Wizards of Berkshire bringing to you.
Nah, those wizards are scrubs.
Hmm.
It's all about the drunkards who hang out at Shenanigans. That's where the real intelligence lies.
So, your primary quests are all completed. You've got your things.
I head over to the general store
Okay.
and show the lantern to this guy.
Interesting contraption.
Yes, it completely stops the continual light and can even focus it in just one direction.
That kind of looks like the invention of a gnome.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, with those things, it's like a 50-50 crapshoot, right? Either it's going to work perfectly and amazingly and be the greatest thing ever, or it's going to burn up in your face.
It can't burn its continual light.
You would be surprised. Those some clever bastards. I once had shoes that caught fire.
You might
Why
say
were you running
gnomes,
so fast?
gnomes themselves burn perfectly.
Kobold.
Yeah.
No
No,
weird
it's
faces
good.
has to be made.
Gnomes burn good.
All right. So, what do you think you could possibly get for one of these?
He gives a
Containing the-
shrug. I couldn't quite say. As I said, with these, strange new things, there's not a market price set. We'll just see
Right.
what we can get.
Right. I hand him it and explicitly say, don't sell it, just find out what the highest person is willing to pay.
It's kind of sketchy business deals. I don't feel comfortable doing that. I would drive away my customer base. Now, if you want to go door to door seeing what people will pay, that's fine. But I've got a reputation to maintain.
All right. Well, I take the lantern and start going door to door.
All right, so the party goes to the.
We're gonna go to the. I'm gonna go.
You're gonna go to
Yeah.
Shenanigans. All right.
Yeah.
Do we all go to Shenanigans together?
Yeah, we have to talk to Desmond's wife now. Get our
Alright, yeah.
reward.
Before you can do your pitch sales.
Yeah.
Sales pitch.
Okay. You guys head back to Shenanigans and find Lizzie there. She's hanging out, chatting with some customers. Just, having a good time, leaning against the back of the bar.
We call her over.
Eventually, she comes over to you after finishing up her conversation and says, "So, did you? Are
We came to an
we
agreement.
satisfied?"
Yes,
Came
we
to an
take care
agreement.
of
We
the
convinced him
business.
not to sell at the school.
Good, good, good. I don't want to know anything. Well, we said 100 gold. So she fishes out 100 gold pieces and puts them down on a table for you.
Free room and board and meals for a week.
Free room and board and meals for a week. Now, I think it's also a matter of settling your tab. I don't think Desmond has collected any money from you, any of you guys, since you first started staying here. Now, at 3 silver a night, plus another 3 silver a day for food, and let's just say a couple of drinks here and there. I know you got free drinks earlier, so calculating that and this, I think that probably comes out to about 25 gold each. So,
Wait a minute. First of all, Droopy doesn't sleep in the Shenanigans.
but Droopy also doesn't speak common, so how are you going to complain to her?
To them, I not sleep here. I not eat here.
Yeah,
I not
and
drink
start
here."
relaying the information.
Well, then there's also the what do you call it? The loiterer's fee. That's 5 gold a day for just loitering and not spending any money here. So that should come out to about 25 gold a piece, and that sounds about right.
No, that's not about right. You're gonna give us what you promised. and
Here's
that
your
is
yeah, sure.
25
She
gold each.
shoves the 25 gold towards you. There's your money. Now, settle your tab for the rest of the last year that you've been here.
I've been here for a year.
Rocky dear, you've been here for 3 years. You owe 3 times as much.
I look at Zen. Been here for
Wait
Week.
a minute.
2 weeks.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I've been here for like a couple months since I've been limited on the amount of continual light stones I've made.
Yeah.
6 times.
And also, we at
30
one point we
times.
also took care of the bar when
I
Desmond
haven't
was
been here for 3 years.
away. We
I've
saved the
been here
world.
5 months ago.
You know. you
Oh,
didn't consider
everybody
that.
saves the world every single week. You know how many people? Hey, who saved the world this week? And 6 hands go up. World's always about to be destroyed. Don't worry about it.
And Neal, when she turns around, Droopy just leaves.
Okay.
She turns around, the kobold is not there anymore. The mom took her bill of the money.
Well, according to my actual calculations, 3 months of room and board is actually 54 gold, but we'll just call it 25 because you've done such a good deal. Such a good job here. Now, where's that Melissa? I think I've got a couple 100 gold I can make out of her.
I think she bought a house.
Where's this house? It's time to go collect some debts.
I don't know. Are you
Desmond
willing
is
to collect
he's
that?
so good at socializing. He's terrible at collecting payments.
Oh, yeah, he is. But are you willing to take that money from an orphanage?
Does Melissa own an orphanage?
If I remember correctly, that's what she's trying to do.
As if she. I'm not there.
Well, I'll deal with her another day then.
Sounds like a good idea.
Off the hook.
All right. Well, then, I think I'll just be taking this money back, and she reaches out and starts to pull the money back towards her.
75 that's left on the table.
Right. Good.
Mhm.
So, pleasure doing business with all of you. And when the kobold comes back, let him know that he's got to settle up his debts, or we'll do to him the same thing we did to Krob. He was a different kobold that lived here. We strung him up by his thumbs, hung him from a chandelier, and beat him with bats until he, confessed all of his sins.
You probably have you hear the door hear the sound of the door open, and a kobold hand reaches up and gives her 25 gold.
Excellent. She ties the belt to her pouch. Now, was there anything else? Oh, don't look so upset, Zen. You've gotten plenty of good deals here before.
Mhm.
Yep.
I mean, you've got to live here for 3 months without room or board or having to pay for anything. It's ridiculous. We really need to get a better Debt collector. Ooh, debt collectors. You guys want a job? You want to go collect everyone's debts? I'll give you 25 gold each if you do it.
Yeah, but then how much are you going to charge us after you pay us that 25 gold each?
Nothing.
Yeah.
No. That'll be pure profit. I think you guys are all settled up here. Square.
I'm gonna write that down.
Well,
I'm gonna write
Next
it down.
time, I think we
It's like
need a
13.
contract written down.
Except he can't read.
You just sign here. It'll be all right.
Just sign here. I don't know where that is.
Alright.
I'm gonna remember it the only way I know how. I've paid my debt.
Droopy looks up to Zen. Get money?
Write it in the muscles.
Sure.
Good.
Let's start tomorrow.
Sure. So, target numero uno. That's Elvish for number 1. There's a dwarf. He's not here right now. He's about yay tall. He's got a 3-forked beard that comes together into a single braid at the bottom, and between his chin and the braid, he keeps a little tiny barrel of ale. Unmistakable fella. He's
Let
been
me
here
guess.
for about 6 months.
Let me guess. He's an evil dwarf. Very, very bad-mannered, very greedy. He wants to swindle people. Is that right?
No. He's a great fella. Great mercenary. He just hasn't paid his room tab in 6 months. He owes us 108 gold.
Oh.
Plus drinks. Ooh, I forgot to factor in drinks. He drinks a dwarf. He probably drinks a lot. Let's say his room costs are about equal. So let's say he owes 216. That sounds about right.
So about this amount.
Let's just
say.
call it 216. Let's be
So-
generous. 215. Nice even number.
Okay. Just an approximation of things should be.
Well, he's
should be the job.
probably. I mean, we don't keep close records, but you know, dwarves. He's a drinker. So he's probably spending at least 6 silver on drinks a night, right? That seems like the fair amount a dwarf would spend. And 3 silver a night for the room, 3 silver a day for food, 6 silver in 30 days in a month, 6 months. So 30 times 6 times 2 times 6 divided by 10. 30 times 6 times 6. No. It should be 6 plus 6
12.
times 30 times 6 divided by 10. 216. So we'll call it 215. Can't remember his name. Hello?
What's his name?
I can't remember. But he's got the barrel in the beard.
Barrel Beard. All right, we'll find Barrel Beard.
Excellent. Well, I'm off to see Desmond. And she heads into the kitchen. 5 minutes later, or 2 minutes later, there's the sound of yelling, and Desmond storms out of the kitchen and slumps over the bar looking depressed.
So, Desmond, what's up? What'd she tell you?
I gotta start collecting money from patrons.
Isn't that part of your job?
It is. She's right. I haven't been doing my job.
Well, she just collected our money, so
Well, good for her.
Well, isn't that good for you as well? You have to, your business, how it's supposed to survive.
He shrugs. I don't know. This is losing business anyway. Or this is not a profitable enterprise anyway. We're really living off of our savings and dumping money. Maybe it would be profitable if we collected money from everyone all the time.
It's almost like she hired someone to do it too.
I don't know if we can
Droopy-
afford that.
Probably not.
Droopy is talk to Zen. Where dwarf? Ask. And points at Desmond.
Hey Desmond, do you know where that dwarf is with the 3-pronged beard with a little tiny ale barrel in it?
Oh yeah, Bash. He picked up a job about a week ago. Think he was going to rescue a mermaid who was stuck on land? Something like that? I don't know. Should be back any day now.
I wonder if you would give an approximation of what he owes you. What would you say?
What has he been here, like 6 months? How much is a night? Like six silver? 5 silver, 6 silver, something like that? He's a dwarf, so he's probably drinking like 4 gold a day. I don't know. Look, math was never my strong suit. Just like whatever you can get out of him.
Cool.
I heard about your arrangement. I don't know. Whatever Lizzie said. Really, math is not my strong suit. I'm good with people and swinging a sword.
Ruby climbs up on our table and then to Zen. I mean, she's always being to Zen, so collect now. Feel not much time left.
Yeah, so I think we just kind of wait for him to come back.
Sure. A few days pass, and who should walk in through the door one day?
And,
Okay, if a few days pass,
as we're waiting,
spells.
just go and try to sell the lantern.
Well, we only have half an
See
hour,
how
so we can do
much
one of these two
someone will pay for
things. We can either collect the debt from this guy and get you guys
Alright.
paid, or you can try and sell a lantern and get Zen paid.
Bash.
Boo.
Bash.
All right.
I mean, you can
Alright.
always check next week.
Yeah.
Let me just get my spells ready.
Okay. So who should walk into Shenanigans' door one day other than Bash? He comes carrying a new set of scale mail that looks suspiciously like fish scales all over him.
Oh god.
Fish scale man.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Desmond.
let's say we
I think
just
he got that mermaid
go
all
up
right.
to him.
Okay.
Go up to him and say, Lizzie's hired us to collect some tabs
Has she now?
from the bar.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
good luck with
And
that,
by her
feller.
estimates, you owe about 216.
Silver?
Gold.
You're shitting me.
Yeah, she kind
You
of pulled
said
the
you've
same
been
thing
here
on
for
us.
about 6 months.
About right. Well, I suppose I haven't paid for lodgings or food once. He looks past you guys to Desmond behind the counter, who's looking really bored and like flipping a knife and catching it and flipping a knife and catching it, just kind of looking out towards the fireplace. 216, huh?
I was doing this. I can like every now and then like sidestep.
Oh, by the way, if it's been a
And
few days,
basically, eventually end up between him and the door.
yeah. By the way, Rock, if it's been a few days, you're probably at max now because Droopy could have just healed you with
Okay.
orange.
I'm down with this.
And how do I know that Lizzie here is hired you to do this task?
We will go right up. We'll go right up, take your gold, and give it to Desmond.
Straight to Desmond.
Desmond, these people are saying I gotta pay them a bunch of gold. Desmond's like, oh,
Not us, Desmond. You.
I don't know. I'm not involved, really. It's none of my business.
Of course he's gonna do this.
Dwarf looks at you and goes, uh-huh.
if you want Desmond to be like involved in this, we can go up to the bar. We just escort you there. You put all of that gold that you owe Desmond on the bar. You walk away. He takes the gold. We don't touch it at all. Ever. And you pay Desmond.
All right. He gives you a slow nod and starts walking the direction of the bar. Climbs up on one of the high stools that are meant for dwarves or halflings.
We're there, and I'm be like, Desmond, you're looking at us right now. We made him pay the tab.
God, that's so awkward, guys.
Yeah, it is awkward, but you know what?
Look.
You know what else is awkward? Not getting paid.
I mean, I don't really need the money.
Yeah,
How come?
but your wife.
Desmond, Lizzie's gonna chew you a new one.
All right, okay, all right, Bash. Sorry, man, but we gotta do this. Otherwise, I'm gonna be sleeping on the couch again. Bash is like, that's a fair deal. Lizzie's a firestorm if I've ever seen one.
And you know how wives are. It's like all of a sudden you're just trying to hang out with the bros, and then all of a sudden like, we need to collect the tab. Something like that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Sounds like a witch.
Yeah, it sounds much more like a witch than a wife, Desmond says, looking around suspiciously.
I had no involvement in that statement.
So Bash goes, all right, well, sorry to say I spent my last pieces of gold on this here armor. So I'll have to give that to you as payment. I spent darn near 300 gold pieces on this beautiful fish scale armor. But for you, Desmond, and he starts taking it off and shrugging himself out of it. It kind of smells when he takes it off. You see like some mold growing on his armpits, or the shirt uncovering his armpits. He puts the smelly fish scale armor on the table and goes, "That there's 300 gold worth of armor. And I know it's a little small, but if you don't mind my saying, not Lizzie, your daughter's been looking a little bit big lately. So, maybe it'll fit her." All right. I'll take your word that it's worth 300. That's a fair deal. And he shakes the dwarf's hand enthusiastically and says, "How about a couple of rounds on the house?" And begins to pour drinks for all of you.
So Desmond, you'd say we got him to pay the tab.
Totally, tab covered.
And you are saying that this here covers the tab as worth enough.
Yes?
So if Lizzie comes to us and says this isn't good, you're going to take the heat for it.
Well, I don't like the way that you phrase that. Look, she's a shrewd businesswoman. She's going to get her way one way or another, because she knows what she's doing. So why don't we just agree? We all agree that he said it's worth 300, so it's got to be worth 300. Dwarves don't lie; it's a common knowledge, right? The dwarf gives a nod. Of course not. I'd never lie.
Okay,
Yeah,
if we
they
find
don't
out
lie,
that
man.
this piece of armor is not worth that amount of money, we will come
Well,
back.
300's a
the
rounding number. I rounded up a little bit.
Oh, okay. If it's around,
Just a little
Sure.
bit. Just a little bit.
just a little bit. All right.
Yeah.
Sure, but if it's under what you owe us, then we're coming after you. You know that.
You don't need to threaten me, boy. I've got axes that are older than you.
Oh, you probably do. Oh.
You have the kobold in the background, probably washing. Notice that the shovel is still a bit bloodied and washing it off.
Okay. Desmond pours drinks for everybody, and you guys can all. He also pays you the 25 gold each for collecting the debt.
All right, we're good.
So everyone take
good.
home 25 gold.
We're good. You got it. All right, now it's out of our hands if that's
Yep.
not worth good money.
And he proceeds to buy everyone drinks all night because, hey, he just got paid a bunch of money, so he can afford to buy everybody drinks.
Yep, there we go. Good
And
job.
we continue the story of Desmond the Dashing, the worst businessman ever, but damn it, is he dashing and personable and really dangerous, and don't piss him off.
You can check now on your thing then.
What? Yeah, no, I wrote it down.
Okay.
I wrote it down, took it off, wrote it down. All right. And I wind up asking Desmond if it's all right if Lizzie learns a spell from me.
Layla?
Yeah.
Layla's the daughter, Lizzie's
Yeah,
the wife, yeah.
Layla. Right, yeah.
She's in school for a reason.
Well-
Let her teachers teach her the things. What are you going to teach her, by the way?
All right. She wanted to learn metamorphize liquids, but I thought want to come to you with that.
Doesn't seem like that's the one you use to drink ale for free, right?
Yeah, it's the one I can use to make gallons of anything that's liquid at room temperature. Hot sauce, sleeping poison.
Gallons of hot sauce, dear God. What a concept. All right. I suppose there's no harm in... He gives you a look up and down and goes, you know what? Why don't you wait till she's 28 and then you can start teaching her spells. I don't trust any tutors of your persuasion, if you understand.
Well, I mean,
This the
It's
week
not a personal
after-
thing, but you know.
This
If you're concerned
after the week I impressed Desmond with my honesty.
Yes. He's very ridiculously protective of his daughter to the point that he's probably causing more harm than good.
Hey Desmond, if you're worried about other things, probably don't have to. Not with this guy.
It's exactly what his muscle-bound friend would say, Mr.
No, I mean-
Wingman. I know that game. I've played that game before.
No, I mean like
Listen,
seriously,
Desmond.
look at him. Look at him.
What about it?
I mean, I'm sorry, Zen, but you kind of look like you got ran over by a wagon.
Yeah.
Like that makes a difference?
Anyway,
Look, I've seen some ugly people with some uglier appetites. And I ain't letting no male tutors near my daughter lest I'm there standing over their heads with an axe in my hands.
You know what,
And my
your dad-
foot on their
feel
back.
free. She
And your
just
dad.
wanted to learn the spell because we confronted her about the moonshine.
You didn't...
Look, this was something your daughter wanted to learn, and I figured come to you first.
He chooses lit for a while. All right. I suppose she's not getting any younger. I should slowly come to grips with the fact that she's a real person and not a ward under my protection for all eternity. And I should probably treat her like a person if I expect her to not turn out too weird.
It's probably already a little late for that.
Okay. So, attention everybody in the bar! I need 10 bodyguards to watch my daughter while this man teaches her some spells.
How
50
much you
gold a
paying?
person.
Oh, I'm in.
No, you're his friend. I can't trust you.
But you'll have
Droopy,
nine
from
other
the other side of the bar, Droopy raises her hand.
No. No one that's ever affiliated with this man can take the job. Everyone else? All right. You guys, keep an eye on this man. If he does anything even slightly out of line, even if questionably out of line, borderline gray out of line, you take his head and you bring it to me on a spike.
Okay, yeah, I probably wouldn't do that for 50 gold.
Okay. And Zen can go off and teach Layla metamorphize liquids while under the strict watch of 10 axe and sword wielding mercenaries.
But I am gonna watch.
That's completely fine. That's completely fine. I
I'm
just
sure.
tortured the spell. That's it.
And let's do experience. Woo, because I
Oh,
think
wait,
that.
wait.
Oh, wait, yes.
Before we end all of this, because I want to establish it, who is the local gravedigger, Neal? Who is
Somebody, some dude. Wait.
just
Some dude.
some dude?
Yeah, the D6 says it's some dude instead of some chick. But even if it was some chick, it would still be some dude because dude is a gender neutral term.
Bro.
At least in
Okay.
California. probably across the whole world.
Yeah.
Does he
is.
really need a name? Do you really need to know anything about this person in particular?
It's not like you can communicate with them anyway.
Let's worry about it when it's time for an adventure that it requires that person. Otherwise, I'll just forget the name by the next session, and then it'll be a mess to remember everything. And
Okay.
yeah. All right, so let's do some experience. You completed a few quests. Quest number 1 was stop the guy selling alcohol to underage children. That's worth some experience. That's probably worth a little more than it's probably worth 750. Second quest was stop the gnomes. That's worth.
We did that.
That's
Very
probably
much
worth.
A
stop.
bit of
400?
actions there, but sure.
The third was collect the money from the dwarf. That's only worth 250. Now there was also the matter of the bugbears. There were 3 of them. I don't want to look them up. They'll probably give about 200 each. So that's
Also, the
600.
creation of a new apparatus that can.
That's
Yeah,
true.
continue life.
You didn't really design it yourself. You just hired someone to design something for you.
Well,
So I'll give you 50
did-
experience for.
We did get experience for the knife when we.
I'll
created
give you
that,
50 experience for this one.
What
Um,
about the milkweed use? To
Nothing.
use-
That's just normal. I don't give you experience for
drank it.
swinging a sword or drinking a
I
potion.
drank it. I
Yeah,
drank
no,
it.
that's fine. No experience for using things.
Experience for Droopy defeating a second or
Oh,
third level fighter.
Droopy was never in any danger. You don't get experience when
was
you're not actually
combat.
threatened.
Combat
If there's
something.
no threat of actual danger, you don't get experience.
Well, I mean, what if she'd failed to cast? I wouldn't have known.
You would have not drowned her at all. You would have held her under the water, and then she would have been able to breathe, and she would have been totally fine. No experience for defeating, it's for sparring with each other, guys. Come on, that's ridiculous.
Experience for actually following through with a request for her to learn that spell.
Sure, I'll
I'd
give
say
you
that's-
100 for that.
that's-
All right, that's all for experience. I feel like I should take away some experience for you guys murdering an innocent baby.
I'm a cleric of Rossi. I did nothing wrong. Please, you
Right.
can't take experience away from me for following only my beliefs.
I know, but I really, really want to. It's
You
so
can't.
wrong.
I mean, then you would have to take away experience from
Well, don't say it because then he's gonna.
some clerics of good for doing good things.
No, because the good things are cool. You can totally do those. But if it's an innocent baby.
Think
I
Verossi
didn't kill it.
cares?
I didn't kill it.
Monster.
Yes, you did.
No, I gave it some.
You
milkweed.
buried it alive. Sure, it
I
may not have
didn't.
been collapsed. You
That's even
You
worse.
can, if this were a court of law, you would be held responsible for that child's death. You would be convicted of
Of course.
murder. So
I'm
you
evil,
murdered
man.
it. Yes.
I'm
Life in
evil. You
prison.
can't blame me for being evil if I'm evil.
Yes, I can. I don't think you know what the words you're saying
You
mean.
can't take away experience for an evil character being evil.
I'm not
Yes.
going
If
to.
anything,
I'm not
that's
going
in
to.
addition to roleplay.
You guys are monsters.
Yeah.
You don't have to be that evil. You're a monster,
If
Droopy.
If any, I would get role-playing experience.
All right. Let's give you some role-playing experience in here. Divide it amongst 4 people. Everyone takes home 806 experience.
Yes.
6.
I level up.
806.
Not
I
nearly enough.
level up.
Oh, plus 10%.
Awesome. Let me roll for XP. It's D8, right? For clerics? Yeah, D8.
Yes.
Another one.
Nice.
Perfect. There's your karma. But now I have
Okay.
second level spells and quite a lot of them, actually. I have quite a lot of slots.
Let's put it this way. I rolled for my first level, just like I think I had 3 HP, and I've rolled nothing but 1 since.
Well, that's sad.
Yeah, it's been brutal.
Hmm.
Yes, Karos, babies are worth 800 XP. That's exactly how it works.
Okay.
Just
Anything else?
spell progression. I'm now loaded with spells.
Oh, you get a lot of
Sounds good.
bonus second level spells.
I have 3 second level spell slots now, and 4 first.
Clerics so strong.
I mean, I have no flame blade, airfold person. I have whatever this feast spell is that makes people go crazy if they eat the meal I enchant.
That's a
So
great
if
spell.
if Desmond needs us to watch the the inn again, then gladly.
Mm.
I
Okay.
still have a bunch of milkweeds.
Oh wait, did you ever give out like gold or whatever to
For
Bastian for
Yeah,
looting that house?
he gave me a bunch of stuff worth.
yeah, I PM'd him a bunch of gold that he
Oh,
kept for
okay.
himself.
Yeah, all right.
That's it for Shenanigans this week, ladies and gentlemen. We are actually off next week because I'm out of town, but the month after this, we're going to have 5 Shenanigans episodes,
Mhm.
which is amazing. We always strive for at least 3 in a month, and next month, we're going to have 5. So stick
Nice.
around, and we'll see you guys next month for more Shenanigans. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wait, no.